What's good, my peoples? Thank you for clicking the link. And not for me, but for you. Because this is that moment that is about to change your life. We are about to get in what you need to do to create your dream lifestyle. Because it's not as hard as you think. It's just having that plan and that process simplified for you to build that consistency in life. And when you can do that, you will win. So let's jump right in and not waste any more time. So what we are creating is a one moment mindset, because that's what life is about. Taking things one moment at a time. If you can start to develop that mindset, that's when you start to speed up life. You start off slow in that car, right? You're going 20, 30 miles per hour. You on side streets. Eventually, you get to that highway. Now you're going 60, 70 miles per hour. But let's take it back to the beginning. You got to start before you get to that point. And I'm always about starting at the start line and then getting to that finish line. But let's not think about the finish line. Let's think about that start line. So let's get into that. So it starts off with the 4 transformations. This is what is going to allow you to build that dream lifestyle. Number 1 is focus. We all know what focus is, right? You want to make sure that you take something and you focus on it. But a lot of times in life, we tend to focus on too many things. I know me personally, when I was younger, I used to try to focus on too much, right? I wanted to start my own business, right? I had where I was doing customized workouts for people, build a workout plan, you go do it on your own, right? But my problem was I was trying to wear every single hat. And I was trying to wear every single hat every day, every week, which made it almost impossible to become great at something. I was trying to create the plans. I was trying to do the marketing. I was trying to do the sales. I was training the people. Like, I was doing it all. Now, if I would have just took one section and let's just start off with creating the content. Let's build that. Let's make that great, right? Let's focus on that. Become great at it. Then the next thing that you go to, it could have been going to marketing, just focus on the marketing, become great at that. Then go to the sales, become great at that. But it's steps that you have to take. And it's all about that one moment mindset. So if that's the case, that focus, you need to translate it to one area. It's on 10 things at a time. Believe me, I've been there. I've done that. It doesn't work. Only thing it's going to do is eventually overwhelm you, and then you're right back to that start line, right? We're trying to get to that finish line, but if we keep going back to the start line, we can never finish, right? The next one is time management. Again, self-explanatory, right? Time management. Everybody knows, you want to make sure you keep track of time. You know what I'm saying? You want to know your time. A lot of times you go to work, right? And that time management is there, right? You clock in at 8 o'clock, you leave at 5 o'clock, right? You tuck your lunch break at 12 o'clock, right? You have 2 little side breaks that they give you, 2 15-minute breaks. You're doing time management. But then when you clock out of work, you go to your regular life, what happened to that time management? We lose it. We lose it, right? I've worked at jobs. I've been there. I've done that. Where I was like, man, when I get off work, I'm going to be so productive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? But I never created a true time management schedule to get the most out of my time when I left work. So I found myself working. I get off. I'm either tired or I sit there and procrastinate and just think. Like, how many times have you done that? You sat there and you was ready, you was motivated, you just sat there and you was like, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? What am I going to do? Right? You don't have any type of time management schedule. Why do you think corporations and these jobs are successful? Because they have that time management. So if you can apply that to your lifestyle, think about how successful you can become. So that's what we want to do. We want to start implementing that time management in your life. So now we know what we're going to focus on, right? We got that. Now let's start creating that time management. So now we can see what's going on with what we're focusing on and become great at it. And that takes us to number 3, which is discipline. We all know what discipline is, right? So, but the thing is, too many times we create that forced discipline. I like to say it's forced discipline and it's flow discipline, right? Majority of the time you are creating that forced discipline. And what happens? You end up stopping. You never reach that ultimate goal because it's that stop and start because you're forcing yourself to do it. What we are going to create is that flow discipline where you don't even feel like you being disciplined because it's just a part of your day already. And we start off with the focused time management, which is going to allow us to be disciplined because we know what's going on. Remember I said you sit down there at that desk and you just like, well, what do I do now? Like, should I do this? Should I do that? Right? And then you force yourself to do something. And then every day you keep doing that. And what happens? You stop, right? Boom. You're back at the start line. We don't want that. So we're going to create that flow discipline because I was all about that stop and start. That was my life for a very, very long time and until I start understanding my tolerance levels. I was always forcing it because I played sports and that's what it was. Like, even if you don't want to do it, suck it up and do it. Make yourself do it, right? And we listen to all these people and that's what they tell you to do. And then that's what you do. And guess what? You end up not liking it. You end up stopping it. You cause misery to yourself. Believe me, been there, done that. It's not the right way to do it. You want to create that flow discipline because it's all about creating that consistency to become great. So that leads us to step 4, which is confidence. So that's what step 1, 2, 3, and 4 is going to do for you. It's going to start to build that confidence because that's what life is about. Building confidence to know that you can do it. But a lot of times we build that false confidence, right? And how we do that is we pump ourselves up, right? You ever had that moment where you was like, somebody made you mad and you was like, when I see them, I'm going to give it to them, right? You had all the confidence in the world at that time. But as you got closer to getting ready to see them, that confidence started going down and down and down. And then once you see them, you're like, hey, how's it going? And then you never say what you wanted to say. It's because you build that false confidence. That's that confidence that is built off emotion. And we build confidence like that so many times, which let us down when we really need it. So what we are going to build is that real confidence. And how you do that is focus, time management, discipline is going to build that true confidence that you need in order to continue to build that dream lifestyle. Because if you have that false confidence, it's going to be hard to wake up every single day and do what you need to do. You need that confidence to push yourself beyond your limits. And that's what we're going to do when it comes to that confidence. So you want to make sure you do each of these steps in order because that's how you're going to allow yourself to create that dream lifestyle. They complement each other. Focus. You need that focus. Time management. You need focus for time management. Discipline. You need time management for discipline. Confidence. You need discipline for confidence. So that is what we're going to do.